You know my first guest from his work on Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos. Now he's the host of 1 vs. 100 right here on NBC. Please welcome a very lovely, lovely, lovely man, Mr. Bob Saget. Thanks for being here, Bob. And this is very nice of you to be here. And you know, it's a strange night tonight. We're getting this thing back on the air, and I know you're a big supporter of the writers as well.
I'm a Writers Guild member. I'm a member of 6 guilds.
Are there 6 guilds?
I guess. I was.
They're not all in show business, are they?
No, I was actually in the Amalgamated Meat Cutters Union as well. Seriously,
were you seriously?
Seriously, I cut meat just this morning. It was a paper cut, and sorry, you don't open with a.
They've turned on you already, yeah.
It's good water.
Good water. Isn't that good water?
It's the best water ever. I have tons of friends, and I support the Writers Guild and all my guilds. I'm in. I was also here on Broadway, and I supported the stagehands, and we were on strike for 19 days. And I'm in Equity and the Amalgamated Meat Cutters. I'd like to mention.
No, you really were. That's not a joke. You really were a meat cutter for a while.
I was. I sliced lox. And I worked a slicer. I used to have a nightmare that I would, like an M.C. Escher painting, which is very graphic, and I'm sure many of you know who that is, because
That's the guy who's the drawings of, he's going up a stair, that's going up a stair, that's going through a rainbow, and then back into your mind, that kind of thing?
Into your mind, through your windmills, and out your... sorry, I was going to curse, and I stopped in time.
Very good.
And that is why I need writers.
Don't the writers come up with all your curses?
They do.
Yeah, they write good
expletives with dry erase boards. But I was... Get very quiet. This is such good water.
Yeah. You can't get water like that.
You can. I make it myself. I process it. Actually, this is a true story. I was working years ago, one of my first jobs at CBS, and I did a segment at Zabar's, the deli here uptown, and I was slicing lox because I had a trade. You know, I always will have that trade.
And that's a dangerous machine. That's the one where that's scary looking.
I had a dream, as I was about to say, that I sliced my face into slices, which is a horrible, upsetting dream. It was like Face Off, the movie, kind of.
Yeah, with lox instead of Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you had this recurring nightmare.
I did, but what happened was I filmed this segment there. This story's going to get worse.
Okay. I like a guy who announces that, by the way. If you think it's bad now, it's getting worse.
So I'm slicing a lox and lunch meat, and then I filmed the segment, and then the guy comes over, the manages the store, and goes, "You want to work here?" And I go, "No, I'm on CBS every morning on this new show, the morning program." And he said, "Yeah, I've seen you on there. You can work here in the afternoon."
That's not going to go anywhere.
That's not going to. I don't want to tell
Is this
anybody.
True that your dad is a big was a big union
My
man?
dad, who was about a year ago, we lost him. The joke is my mom let go of the curly cord at the mall, which is not a good. The water is awesome here. I grew a beard.
Yeah. And then they covered it with makeup. It's very nice.
It's just not visible right now.
Yeah.
But my dad was a head of meat. He was I guess thank you. It was a meathead. He was with
Your dad was a
food fair, pantry pride supermarkets.
Food fair. You said it so quickly.
I tried to.
Food fair, petrified. What is it?
Petrified meats.
Okay.
No, which I had just last night because I was looking in the mirror.
You're a.
When do they come back? That's the question.
I'll be back soon for you.
My dad was an arbitrator between the company as an executive. Food fair / pantry pride is what they became. Does anybody remember this?
Yeah, it's a big pantry pride crowd. Yeah.
Huge crowd. And he tried to meld people together and be an arbitrator. And so I was raised understanding work ethic and supporting meat.
Now, what was he?
He said there was a company, A&P was going to merge with Stop and Shop, and they were going to be called Stop and P. That was his.
You're a bad guy. Let's talk about something. I want to bring this up. When you were in the Broadway show, The Drowsy Chaperone,
yes,
your face was posted every 7 inches throughout New York City.
Yes.
You couldn't walk anywhere without seeing your face for Drowsy Chaperone.
It was hard for me to put all those up. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I would say that was the best time I ever had. Besides my divorce, that was probably the most
There were posters up for your divorce everywhere as well.
But they were split down the center.
See the divorce.
One on one bus and one on another.
How was the experience of doing Drowsy Chaperone? Did you like it? Was it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I was scared to do it because it was my Broadway debut, and it closed last Sunday, and that was just a result of a 2-year run of the 5 Tony Awards and everything. I was in a cardigan sweater, which I hadn't really worn since being on Full House. So it was kind of awkward. And the character was, they told me, well, he's ambiguously gay, and he lives at home, and he just listens to this record all the time, and just the play comes out of the walls. And I said, I don't know if I can do that. They said, you're perfect for it.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Perfect, yeah. I think we have a clip here. This is some footage of you from Drowsy Chaperone, and let's see whether you're ambiguously gay or not.
All right.
Take a look. They were right.
That's not ambiguous.
Perfect. Mwah!
It was one of the most beautiful shows. It was an amazing experience, and the glasses actually had mics in them, which was amazing. So I didn't have to go the Madonna route, where they put the mic through the thing.
That takes me out of a play sometimes. I don't go to a lot of Broadway shows, but you go sometimes, and someone comes out and they have a microphone that's going down their head. It looks like a hairline fracture and around and up under their nose, and they're saying, "Oh, Mary Poppins." You're like, no, there's a weird. You're a cyborg from the future sent here to destroy mankind. You're not Mary Poppins.
It works with Phantom because they've got that line there. But the problem is if you want to get mic'd and you're doing like "Oh Calcutta" or Hair, and you're nude, where does the mic go?
Oh, I know where the mic goes.
Yeah,
Let me tell you right now. I was in that show. All right, we have. I want to promote 1 versus 100. Does the writer's strike affect this show?
If you've seen my work on it, you know it does not.
It's a writer-free environment, huh?
Well, the question is, we actually shot all those shows before the strike happened.
Yes.
And it's on this Friday, and it's 1 versus 100 is it's a great show. Do you understand it?
No, I don't. I don't understand how it works. How does it work? I remember my favorite was when they did the tic-tac Hollywood Squares, because I know tic-tac-toe. I'm not a game person.
Right.
You saw with the Sudoku. I get in over my head very quickly. How does 1 versus 100 work?
I don't know, but I love it. And it's 100 people.
Yes.
And they verse one person.
Yeah. We've had audiences like that here. I will clear this room if I have to. I will fill this entire studio with a blue foam if you don't obey me. A minty blue foam.
It's great. It's great that you're back and that you support.
You are a good man
everyone.
to be here. 1 versus 100 returns Friday at 8 on NBC. Mr. Bob Saget, Dwayne Corky,